children, now we want to find out the energy stored in an inductor. Okay, and we have to find out the expression for the energy stored inside the inductor. Okay, so why the energy is stored inside the inductor, let us consider for that. Okay, when the inductor is connected to the source of EMF, the current starts growing through it, and the induced EMF is set up in the inductor, which opposes the growth of the current through it according to Lenz's law. Okay, the external source has to expend some energy in building up the current through the inductor against the induced EMF. Okay, the energy stored in such a inductor as the magnetic field energy. Okay, so we are going to have the energy stored inside the inductor is in terms of the magnetic field energy. So to calculate the expression, let us find out first of all, I is the current through the particular inductor. Current through inductor. L at any time t. At any instant we will write down at any instant of time t. Okay, now we know that when the current rises, then the current rises with respect to time t. Okay, so the current rises at the rate di by dt. Okay, therefore induced EMF we have found out that it is minus L di by dt. This is our basic expression for the inductance, isn't it? So now, as I said, the work has to be done against this particular induced EMF. Okay, in a particular time called as a small dt. Okay, so work done I want to find out. Work done against this induced EMF in time dt I want to find out. So we know that work done formula dW is equal to P dt. Okay, now P is nothing but the power. Okay, so dW is equal to P dt. So now P is nothing but we have E into I, isn't it? E into I dt, and this is a minus sign. As we are, why we are taking the minus sign? Because here the work has, the source has to expend the energy in building up the current through the inductor against the induced EMF, isn't it? And therefore we have taken here the work is done against the induced EMF. Therefore against, therefore it is a minus sign. Okay, so minus EI dt. So this is minus EI, and E, if I find out the value minus L di by dt, then overall equation I will get it as a plus L di by dt into this remaining term is I dt. Okay, so suppose we are going to cancel this dt term, then I can get it the value of dW is equal to, what is remain now, L I di. Okay, now I want to find out the total work done in building up the current from 0 to the maximum value of current, that is peak current I naught. Okay, so I want to find out the net work done. So total work done is equal to integration of all such a small work done which we considered for the small time dt. So integration of dW is equal to integration from limit 0 to I naught, because I want to develop the current up to I naught, that is L I di. Okay, so L is the inductance of the coil, that is a fixed value. So L I will take it outside, and integration of I di from 0 to I naught is nothing but I square by 2. Okay, x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1, because here I raised to 1 is there. Okay, so x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1, I raised to 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1, that is I square by 2. And now I will apply the limit from 0 to I naught. So once we apply the limit, I can get it this value W is equal to 1/2, because 1 L by 2 I will take it outside L, and this will be I naught square minus 0, because upper limit minus lower limit. So upper limit, when I put the value, it will be I naught square, and lower limit I will become as a 0. So it will be 1/2 L I naught square. Okay, so this is the value we are going to find out as the work done Okay, and this work done is stored as the magnetic field energy U inside the inductor. So I can write down now U is equal to 1/2 L I naught square. So sometimes this is equation which is used for calculation of the energy stored in the inductor. Okay, so you have to go for the equation. Now we are going to understand the another concept, that is we are going to find out the average power associated with the inductor. Okay, so this is also the basic expression, and generally this is asked for 3-mark question. Average power associated with the inductor. Okay, now let us consider that when the AC supply is given to the ideal inductor, we have studied that the current lags behind the voltage by phase pi by 2 radian. That means voltage is ahead and current is lagging behind, coming from behind by the phase how much? Pi by 2 radian. So we can write down this instantaneous value of the voltage and current. Okay, so let us consider instantaneous value of the voltage is V is equal to V naught. So instead of E I have taken now V. V is equal to V naught sine omega t. This was the expression for the instantaneous voltage. Okay, and for the current we have found out the equation, that is I is equal to I naught sine, and we found out the relation, that was omega t minus pi by 2. This was the last relation we found out in the previous case. Okay, so we have I is equal to, now again what we want to do, we are going to again consider the basic formula for this particular expression. This was the final expression, and previous to this expression we have studied the formula I is equal to minus I naught sine pi by 2 minus omega t. Okay, and this was minus I naught cos omega t. Okay, so suppose I will once again find out where is that equation, and I will just show you that equation so that you can understand it. Okay, so you can find out this equation. Yes, okay, actually we got this equation previously, and that only we are going to consider now in this expression, isn't it? I is equal to minus I naught cos omega t. Okay, so this expression now I am considering to find out the average power. Okay, so we want to find out now the work done. Okay, so work done in time dt, and dt is very small, so I want to find out the work done in dt is dw is equal to p dt, because power is nothing but rate of change of work done, or rate of doing the work is called as a power. Okay, so dw is nothing but p dt is equal to, now I will consider this equation and this equation. So what the equation becomes, I will get it as a minus V naught I naught sine omega t, then cos omega t, and dt. This is dt, so dt also must be considered. Okay, so we are going to consider here as a dw is equal to minus V naught I naught by 2. Now this we are using the trigonometric identity for this particular equation, that is nothing but minus V naught I naught by 2 sine of 2 omega t dt. Okay, now I got this expression in terms of sine of 2 omega t dt. Okay, now I want to find out the average power dissipated per cycle in the inductor. Okay, so I want to find out P average. So P average is equal to net work done in a complete cycle having the time period capital T. So it is equal to 1 upon T. Time period is of a cycle is fixed one. Okay, integration is from 0 to T. I want to continue, and for the small work done, then only I can get it as a total work done. Okay, so I will once again write down here P average is equal to this value, I will write down now, minus V naught I naught by 2, and this is T, we are going to take it outside. So integration from 0 to T we are going to apply only for sine of 2 omega t dt, sine of 2 omega t dt. Okay, now we are going to find out the average power. I have considered the sine of 2 omega t integration, so therefore it is minus cos of 2 omega t upon 2 omega. So that minus sign and this minus sign become positive plus, So I will directly write down plus V naught I naught by 2t. Okay, and as I have applied the integration, now I have to apply the limit. So cos of 2 omega t upon 2 omega, actually it was minus cos 2 omega t upon 2 omega, but that minus sign I have already taken outside to make this together as a positive sign. Okay, and this I have taken as a from 0 to t. Okay, so if I apply the limit, I can get it once again here, V naught I naught by 2t. Okay, and we can get this 2 also outside, so 2 into 2, that is 4. I can take it as a 4t outside, and omega also is a fixed quantity, so I will take omega also outside. So inside the bracket only cos of 2 omega t is there, because this 2 omega I have taken outside. So cos of 2 omega t. Now as I said that omega is equal to 2 pi by t, isn't it? We have studied this formula that omega is equal to 2 pi by t. So this 2 pi into 2 is nothing but 4 pi, isn't it? So I can get it as a cos of 4 pi upon t by using this expression, and multiplied by this remaining t, 0 to capital T. Okay, now we are applying upper limit minus lower limit as usual. Okay, so P average is equal to V naught I naught upon 4t omega. I have written here. Apply now first of all this small t replaced by capital T. Cos of t cancels out, so we have cos of 4 pi. Okay, minus, now I have considered t is equal to 0, so this complete term becomes 0. So now it will become cos of 0 after applying the limit. Now again we will find out V naught I naught by 4t omega inside the bracket. Cos of 4 pi is equal to 1, and cos 0 is also 1. Okay, and therefore we can get it this value as a 0. That means we can say that the average power dissipated per cycle in an inductor is 0. Okay, so we know we have to understand that the average power associated with an inductor or dissipated per cycle in an inductor is always is equal to 0. Sometimes this is asked for 3-mark question, that is show that the average power dissipated per cycle in an inductor is 0, or it is direct derivation that find the average power associated with an inductor circuit. And this term is also useful frequently whenever we solve the numerical also, whenever we consider the LCR circuit, that is inductive, capacitive and the resistive circuit. Okay, thank you.